What's up, guys? GG Sports here with my friend Johnny, and we got some more NBA news as usual. It's been a lot of NBA news lately, so we're going to get started with that.
So we're going to talk about a team that we haven't really talked about a lot on the news roundups, the Trailblazers.
Yeah.
So Damian Lillard signed back with the Trailblazers.
Signed a 2-year extension.
Yep.
So do you think Lillard will ever be a champion, and will he have success in Portland?
I don't mean this bad. Please forgive me.
I have my thoughts too.
But I don't see him becoming a champion. But
a champion overall, or sorry,
yes,
cutting you off.
Because he's gonna stay with the Trailblazers.
Okay.
And I don't know how far they're gonna go. Maybe they'll do better because they're gonna get Gary Payton from the Warriors.
Yeah.
But I don't see the Trailblazers winning a championship. But I really like what he said.
Yeah.
And that he is sticking with the Trailblazers even though there's a chance they're not going to ever win a championship. I like that he has that team loyalty because especially in this offseason, there has not been a lot of that.
Yeah.
There has been a lot of people complaining about their teams, wanting to switch, and it's been a whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then you got this guy who signs up for an extension even though there's a high percentage that his team is not going to win a championship.
Oh, yeah. And I said the same thing, sort of. I said I don't think he'll ever win a championship in Portland anytime soon.
Yeah.
However, I do respect Lillard and his work ethic and loyalty because he's been with this team for a very long time. They drafted him and stuff. And I really think the key to him winning a championship in Portland is obviously finding the right partner for him. Mm-hmm. Because he obviously cannot carry the team every night. So,
yeah.
CJ McCollum, man, was that guy. Mm-hmm. Ever since they both got drafted by Portland, they made the playoffs every year, dude. Mm-hmm. Whenever they played with each other. So, now
the closest that Damian Lillard has ever gotten to
a championship
was the Western Conference Finals in 2014.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Dang, that was a long time ago. I don't know who's gonna be that missing piece. That's just
I don't know. Maybe it will be Gary Payton.
Maybe. Or someone will just step up, like a rookie or something.
Yeah.
If they did go for somebody, I would go for Donovan Mitchell. Mm-hmm. I mean, the Jazz are willing to look at trade options right now, so maybe that's a good trade.
They should look into that.
That's what if I had to pick one player. So, yeah, that's that.
So I would like to. I want the Warriors to win the championship every year, but I would like to see Damian Lillard get a championship, but I just don't see it happening with this team, and it sounds like he's going to stick with this team, which, besides not getting a championship, I think is really good and shows a lot about his character.
Yeah. I just find it odd that he made the 75th team, even though he's no championships.
That's true.
He's Rookie of the Year in 6 All-Star selections.
Yeah.
I don't know. But moving on, the next question, the Indiana Pacers could be on the brink of landing DeAndre Ayton.
So.
The Pacers have met with Ayton a couple times, and they have had discussions about sending offers and stuff and trades. Do you think the Pacers are the best fit for DeAndre Ayton?
Okay, so I was looking into this a little bit more, and yes, I think he should go with the Pacers. So here's the situation. If the Pacers make an offer and Ayton... Well, sorry, let me backtrack a little bit. It's rumored that the Suns were planning to re-sign Ayton and use him as leverage to get Durant from the Nets.
Oh, man.
That was their plan, but then the Pacers started looking into Ayton. So if the Pacers make an offer and Ayton signs, then the Suns don't match it, then that leverage is gone, and there's no way for them to get Durant.
Oh, man.
But if the Pacers make an offer and Ayton signs and the Suns match it, then they won't be able to trade Ayton until December 15th because of the how the rules with all that works.
What?
With restricted free agency.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's pretty interesting because that means that plan that they have to get Durant won't go into effect until later on.
Oh, man.
So, personally, I think Ayton should go with the Pacers because it sounds like if they're willing to make an offer on him to sign him on, then they have a plan for him.
Yeah.
So they should go with that. If he stays with the Suns, there's a chance, or re-signs with the Suns, there's a chance that
he's still not going to stay.
Yeah, he's still not going to stay, and he could get traded to the Nets, which are the most uneasy team right now.
Yeah.
Because they're scrambling.
Man, dude.
So that's why I think go with the Pacers, because they have a plan for you.
Yeah, I just want to say I was right about him leaving Phoenix. Mm-hmm. I've called it in the previous videos, but like I saw this happening for a while, and I honestly think it's going to happen. And I really think it's a good option for Ayton. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it would be a great place for him to develop and have a new relationship with with his teammates and staff. Mm-hmm. It would, however, be very different, because a different environment, because it's not Phoenix.
Yep.
They're used to winning and being good. Mm-hmm. As to Indiana, they're just, like...
Well, maybe Ayton can turn that around.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He could probably turn it around. It's just it might take some time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that team could probably show him his full capabilities and what he can do and stuff. So, but yeah, if it goes down, I'm good. That's good for him, I think, personally. Mm-hmm. It's a great fit. It'll just be great. That's all I got to say. It's just a great fit for him.
Yeah.
So the Summer League has been going on for the past couple of days in Las Vegas. And we've seen LeBron James coming to watch the Lakers play. And we also saw Westbrook watch them too. What we didn't see was them interacting with each other. They were on opposite sides of the court. So, does that mean anything to you? Is it bad? Is it good?
An argument can be made that it's nothing.
Okay.
But I really don't think so.
Yeah.
I think it is something.
Something?
And I think that this Westbrook-LeBron situation is crappy and honestly juvenile.
Yeah.
First, the Lakers and LeBron get Westbrook and pay a crap ton of money to get him, and then he doesn't have the best season.
Yeah.
But he wasn't the only one, and Westbrook isn't the reason that the Lakers didn't make the playoffs. That was a team effort. I mean, part of it was him, but you can't blame it all on one person.
No, yeah, most of it was
a team effort.
Most of it was like injuries and whatnot.
Yeah,
so.
And then second, your first video, we talked about Darvin Ham and his plans to use Westbrook just in a different role. And that was the whole talk is, we're going to keep the team relatively the same. We're going to use Westbrook, make him play more defensively and possibly off the bench. But then the Kyrie and Nets stuff happened, and the Lakers become desperate to get Kyrie, which is understandable. He's a good player. But nothing has happened yet.
Nothing.
So Kyrie is still a Net. Westbrook is still a Laker. Nothing has changed yet.
Yeah.
It could happen, or it could happen way later, or it might not happen at all. So for the time being, Westbrook is on the Lakers, and they should treat him that way.
Yeah.
It does not seem like he is being treated like a Laker. So LeBron isn't talking to him, and it's like Westbrook is the nerd in a high school movie, and he's like sitting alone. It's ridiculous. And LeBron wanted Westbrook on the team so much, and then he totally flip-flopped about this.
Oh, man.
So LeBron is burning this bridge when the new one hasn't even been finished yet. It's terrible leadership, and it's kind of immature.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my extremely hot take.
Oh, man, I'm totally not tired of talking about the Lakers. We talk about almost every video we had. But that's besides the point. But it's really hard to pin down what I think's going on between these two. Mm-hmm. It could be nothing, but it also could mean something too. I don't know. It's really hard. We don't know. So yeah, when Westbrook showed up to LA, him and LeBron were goody-goody with each other. They were working out with each other. They were watching Summer League games and talking back and forth and whatnot in a good way.
Kind of like him and Kyrie are.
Oh, yeah. And then they have that atrocious season. Mm-hmm. It's hard. It's giving me flashbacks right now. Now with all these talks about him getting traded and Kyrie possibly joining the Lakers, I'm sure I wouldn't be surprised if Westbrook is upset about that stuff. Because to me, he seems like he's very excited for the next season. Yeah. Because with Darvin Ham and whatnot. And Ham feels the same way about Westbrook too. He was talking about him like, this the team we have.
Yeah, I'm going to interrupt for a second. Yeah. Because even at that game where LeBron and Westbrook were literally sitting on opposite ends of the court, they could not be farther from each other. Darvin Ham was doing an interview and talking about Westbrook.
Yeah, no, he was. Yeah.
That's another interesting point.
No, yeah, it was crazy. And they were like cutting back and forth and doing. Mm-hmm. But yeah, as for LeBron, I'm sure he has like this huge burden because, like you said, He's the one that convinced Pelinka and Jeannie Buss to bring Westbrook.
Mm-hmm.
So, and all of these other old players. Old's the keyword.
Mm-hmm. Experience.
Experience, yeah, there we go. So they could waste a year on LeBron and Anthony Davis's contract.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't be surprised if he wanted to figure out a way to fix all of this and make the next year better.
Yeah.
So, but reportedly LeBron wasn't involved with any of the signings,
mm-hmm.
which is good, I think. But he is involved with Kyrie's recruitment.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's doesn't necessarily mean there's beef between each other, but like I said, we don't know what could be happening,
mm-hmm.
and also it could mean nothing.
Yeah.
So I just feel like they both know they tried everything they can, mostly LeBron, that season.
Yeah.
And they know the best option or resort is to just part ways. Like, we tried, even though LeBron literally begged
mm-hmm.
the team to get him, I feel like it's best they both know to just go their separate ways.
But like you said, they were friends before.
Exactly, yeah, they were friends before.
So this seems like a little bit more than just a amicable split up.
Yeah.
It seems like there's some beef between them, in my opinion.
Yeah, man. I'm just...
Because all these guys have agents
yeah.
that they're constantly in contact with that are like, hey, this person's there, why don't you get a photo with them? And I'm betting that that's something that happened and they chose, maybe both or just one, chose not to.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Oh man, I'm just really hoping the front office right now is just trying to figure out everything they can, even every scenario.
Yeah.
Pretty soon, because LeBron is eligible for an extension is August 4th or the 5th, and it's rumored that if they don't get Kyrie Irving, he will not sign that extension. Dang. And he's on the last year of his contract, so
mm-hmm.
So Laker fan, I'm kind of worried, but doesn't matter.
I just hope it's not that there's so much between them that nobody's gonna because the whole talk before was about sacrifice and playing for the team instead of individual stats. Now, why would Westbrook do that if they're treating him like this?
I know. It's very drama over there right now. So
yeah, and then I think Kendrick Perkins did a thing, and he was like, "If I was Westbrook, I wouldn't have shown up." And I actually think it's good that Westbrook showed up. I think it was good.
Flashbacks right now. Now's the fun section because we get to talk about the greatest ref of all time. Richard Jefferson. So Richard Jefferson made his debut as a referee yesterday at the NBA Summer League, where he officiated the second quarter of the New York Knicks and the Portland Trail Blazers.
Mm-hmm.
So should the NBA allow former players to officiate games?
I think, yeah. I think it's good. I think it brings a different perspective as long as they get enough training on it, because reffing is very different than playing. No,
it is very different.
So it seems like he did get a good amount of training beforehand.
Yes.
It seems like this has been in the works for a while. But I just think maybe make sure that there's no bias going to happen because these people were former players.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem like that's the case. It seems like it was just a cool thing. So if it happens more in the future, I'm okay with it.
I swear, we have the same mind, because I said almost the exact same thing, because I honestly think it's so cool seeing him on the floor officiating the game
mm-hmm.
and calling all the fouls and all this stuff. So
yeah,
I saw what he said about the training process too, and he said that you literally have to learn almost everything in the rule book, because you just never know what's going to happen and stuff. So
mm-hmm.
and every call and whatnot. They even showcased it on the NBA Today and stuff, and they showed him training, and it was just oh my gosh, it's a process. They have to learn a rhythm and calls, and it's just, oh my gosh, the hand signals and whatnot. Mm-hmm. There's even a dress code too. So
really,
yeah, he was wearing white socks or something, and you couldn't wear white socks. You had to wear black socks.
Was it in band when you don't wear the right colored socks, they have to put black tape over?
Yeah, and also you had to wear all black shoes too. So,
interesting.
What else did I say? Yeah, it looks like so much in the process, and it said it gives you a new perspective and
mm-hmm.
a look on referees.
Yeah.
Even I got it too, because usually it's oh, that's a terrible ref and whatnot, but
mm-hmm.
it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And they even talked about it too. They said they had over 70 refs over in that area, and they said usually most of them go to the WNBA or G League,
mm-hmm.
but to get in the NBA, it's 1 out of 5 people usually get in.
Mm-hmm.
So it's you got to be really good to actually be in the NBA officiating.
Mm-hmm.
But
And just like players, you're going to have people shouting at you whole
exactly.
time. I went to 3 basketball games for this past season, and every single one, there was a moment where people started chanting, "Refs, you suck."
No, yeah, definitely.
Every single one.
Yeah, the one I went to, too, where they ejected AD because of his shoe. Everyone was shouting, "Ref, you suck." So it's crazy. You even get that from the players, too. Like, when we went to see the Warriors play the Clippers, Steph was yelling at the ref.
Yeah, which is a rare thing.
It's a rare thing. I was gonna say it's like super rare for him to do that. So it was like one of a once in a lifetime thing, I guess.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, to me, it is. So
because it rarely happens that Steph gets mad at the refs or like his anger gets the best of him.
Oh yeah, even the little because he got a technical for doing that. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I honestly think it would be a really cool idea for a former NBA player to officiate. And but I feel like there's this line of players and refs because both almost have different approaches to the game, I think.
That's true.
But it doesn't mean they shouldn't try it. So, but it's definitely a challenge though, for them to try, I think.
Yeah.
Because like Richard Jefferson, he said he didn't want to do it at first, but it was a challenge. So.
Yeah.
I also feel like there would definitely be a ton of mistakes, though.
Yeah, I can see that.
And one-sided calls.
That's what I was thinking. The bias could become a big thing because some of these people it might not have been that long since they stopped playing and switched to being a referee. So there might be players that they still have a beef with and they're watching like a hawk.
Yeah, that's why I said I don't think it would be a good idea to try it for them, but willing to at least take the challenge. But, I mean, overall, I think it would be cool.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it'll ever happen anytime soon. Maybe in summer league games, but not really.
I think maybe that's what this is, like a test run almost.
But it definitely wouldn't happen in the regular season NBA games. So.
Yeah. You know what it reminded me of? Which we don't have to, because this is a lengthy topic.
No,
it just reminded me of it. We can go into it in another video. But it reminded me about the stuff with Draymond and the whole, should the basketball media be former players or is it all right for them to not have played the game?
Oh, like on talk shows and stuff? Okay.
That whole debate.
Well,
it kind of reminded me of it, like, should the referees be former players and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Personally, I think we need a mix.
Yeah.
I think doing that with the media and being a referee, it gives you all the different points of view, which I think is good.
I just think a lot NBA players are allowed to talk on TV, but sometimes it's just like, you gotta stop, so I think that does it for this video, man.
All right.
Really appreciate it, joining the video. Be sure to share this video, guys, and like it, and subscribe it, and show it to your friends. That's the same thing as sharing. But, yeah, follow me on Instagram and TikTok and whatnot. And see you guys later. It should be a hat in my head. I do that inevitably. It's a hat. Want to say something?
No.